ANC branches are meeting in Parys to collate their leadership and delegate nominations for the December Elective Conference. The province is expected to send 409 delegates. That's according to an internal memo sent to provinces by Secretary General Gwede Mantashe last month. But analysts have warned that the conference might be derailed if branches don't complete their nominations to make up the 90% of delegates at the conference as per the ANC Constitution. Let's get a bit more on this now. Our reporter Nthakoana Ngatane joins us from the Free State. Nthakoana, good afternoon to you. So the issue that we're looking at here is, will this province be able to send enough delegates to the conference? And if not, what does that mean?
Well, good afternoon from Parys in the Free State, where branches of the ANC from all over this province will be meeting this afternoon to collate their nominations both for delegates and leadership going to the national conference in December. And here to talk to us about the process leading to today is Provincial Secretary, and that is Ntate William Bulwana. Ntate, tell us first of all, how many branches does the ANC have in the Free State? How many of those have completed their BGMs?
In the Free State, we are having 309 branches. But in terms of the processes of audit, 290 branches passed the audit, and the remaining number failed their audit because they were below 100 in terms of the ANC Constitution of a branch. So we are running 290 BGMs in the province. 260 managed to go to their BGMs, and then there are disputes with these less than 10 branches that there are many branches that have been disputed. I think close to 37 or more than 50 branches put in their disputes. 37, it was the first group. The past few weekend, it was another group that have also sent their dispute to national. But all those branches, close to 50 branches, their disputes were listened by the teams that were sent by the national office. In the Free State, the team was led by Dr. Gwede, who is a member of the National Executive Committee of the ANC, and the team. They've gone through each and every complaint that has been raised. Less than 10 of those branches were granted the reruns. That's where the process is. Others have gone to their reruns. Others will be going on this coming Thursdays. Others will be going according to the program that Dr. Gwede has given to the branches and the provinces to adhere to. So that process is a separate process from this one. But in terms of the threshold as the African National Congress, we have met the threshold because 260 branches have gone to the BGMs. I think it's less than 18 branches that are still left that didn't meet the deadline of the 25th, as the Secretary General was putting it, of which is about close to 27, 24 delegates that we are forfeiting in the Free State, of which to us is not a very big number. We have tried everything, but the BGMs were disturbed. There were elderly people who were mishandled in those BGMs. There was a chaos in those BGMs where they didn't correct. So it was very dangerous to go through the BGMs while the lives of ordinary members of the African National Congress, their lives are in danger. So we have tried those BGMs three to four times, others 6 times, but they couldn't continue. So that's where we are now. But we have met the threshold. We didn't want to go with the 70% threshold of branches. We wanted to go with 100%. That's why the SG extended the deadline after it realizing that many branches are still remaining without the deadline. We have met the threshold, but the SG, his wish was to go to 100%, and our wish as the province was to go to 100%. So that's where we are today. There are those who have disputed, their disputes have been dealt with. Their BGMs will be held according to the program given by Dr. Gwede. So we don't have a crisis. Everything is still run as planned.
Now, I'm sure you have kept abreast of what has been happening in each of the branches. Do you have an idea, or can you give us an idea of, especially the 2 front runners, who the Free State seems to be going for?
I don't have it. Immediately after the opening of the boxes, I'll have the feel of who is the candidate, because immediately after that, that candidate will be the Free State candidate. I will stand in front of you, in front of your camera and say, we as the Free Staters, we are saying this is our candidate. But for now, I don't even have a feel of who is running. I've been reading and listening to news, watching news, and then everybody was saying, no, this one so is leading, this one so is leading. And then I've been asked by a number of media houses, and then I've been saying, until the fat lady sings, it's not yet over. So today the fat lady is going to sing. We'll hear from the fat lady, and that will be over.
But of course, we know that when you go to conference, it's a secret ballot. So there's a possibility that some of the delegates going to the conference might actually vote for a different candidate. How confident are you as the Free State that your delegates will vote for the people that have been nominated as it will appear here today?
I think the ANC Constitution Rule 4, it says that you'll be elected as a member, you have a right to be elected and a right to elect. And then as a delegate, you have a right to influence others in the conference. It's no more a decision of a branch that you wanted so and so. It's your own decision. You are carrying the branch on your shoulders. So you have a right to lobby others to support you, or you'll be lobbied. So everything can happen. Everybody can be swallowed in that particular process of trying to engage one another, convince one another. So we are just saying that apart from what the PGC will be saying, there will still be that process leading up to the conference, because the voting, that's the only process that will determine who has voted who.
Thank you very much. That is Free State Provincial Secretary William Bulana. And of course saying that the First Lady will sing for who the province would like to be in the leadership following the December conference, but they cannot say for certain that those delegates, when they go to conference, will vote in the way that the province has nominated here today. It's back to you in studio.